Hey everybody, what's up? Jay Betterby here, Sales Commander. I got Nick Macri, and today we're going to be covering something super important, what you need to be talking to your clients about right now and the script that you're going to use. So stay tuned. Hey, what's up everybody? Jay Betterby here. I got Nick Macri. What's up, Nick?
Hey man, how you doing?
Doing good, buddy. Hey, I brought Nick on today because we've been getting a lot of calls and a lot of questions from not only our clients, but also our coaching clients and agents and property managers wanting to know how we are addressing the COVID-19 right now and the changes in the market. So we wanted to bring to you some ways to handle this and a script to use and how you can push through and persevere through what we're dealing with, right, Nick?
Yeah, I think a lot of realtors, a lot of people out there in general, just they don't know how to respond. This is like a once in a lifetime kind of moment in human history, even, right? Just for a lot of us, we've never been through maybe a big pandemic like this. I mean, everyone talks of swine flu 100 years ago, right? And other epidemics that have come by. We had Ebola and whatever, but this is a real shutdown, right? And I think it's only going to get worse. So it's great to really sit back and prepare for how we can react and respond and how to bring good news to our clients and in general, our community during this time.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's always about portraying. When you're the leader, it's always about portraying yourself and positioning yourself as the leader, as the person that has good news. Okay, great news. So how does this affect your customers and your clients in a positive way? And you can only do that when you understand certain things. So the first thing that I'm going to mention to everyone is the first thing you need to be doing is contacting all of your current clients, past clients, everybody who you want to be doing business with or you have been doing business with, in order to build that know, like, and trust bond, and to set the authority there. And but also, to, if you already have that know, like, and trust, is to increase that bond. Because as this time changes, being in this type of situation, we're seeing things that are happening in the economy that have not happened in a really long time. And this isn't a shakeout that's going to happen where things are going to get better in the next 3 weeks. It's not like that. And I don't say that to scare you. I just say it so that you're prepared and you're not in denial. We first have to know what's going on, and then we can address it. What are your thoughts on that, Nick? What are you doing?
Yeah, 100%. I think this is the ideal time, to be reaching out to all your clients. When everyone is social distancing, what that means to me is that most people are at home with more time in their hands than maybe they're used to because you got kids that out of school, they're back home, right? And a lot of people are staying home from work even, at least, in the short term. So what that means is that everyone, we're speaking about our clients, they are at home. They are ready and able to speak with you. So they want that reinforcement. So if you're not making these calls, I promise you someone else is, right? That's how I
Yeah.
feel.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I totally agree. So the way that I teach this script, you can apply it whether you're a real estate agent, property manager, insurance agent, doesn't matter. But first step, you have to lead off with, how it's good news. Okay. And nobody wants to hear that right off the bat. Okay. So people don't necessarily think like, oh wow, good news? Really? Like, how is this good news? But that's the way that you position the call, because everything has to be an opportunity. They have to see you as someone who is optimistic and somebody who sees how this is going to affect you and your clients in a positive way. So, Nick, I know you've used that script a few times. What kind of results have you been seeing?
Oh, I think it works very well if you frame it like you said. So I always try to relate to all my clients. When I'm an outgoing person, I'm a very engaging guy, if you know me or if you have met me. So I'm very engaging. So even on the phone, I'm using hand gestures and everything because I that's just how I roll. But when I'm on the phone, lately, what I've been doing is, I'll start off, I always just say, hey, how you doing? Is everything all right? Stuff's crazy, right? People going nuts. I always, try to relate, like, yeah, stuff is crazy and everything. And then I switch the conversation, I steer it, and I say, I just figured I would bring you some good news on a day like this. And then I start with that part of the good news. So I always kind of relate to them, because you got to think, your clients, where are they coming from? Their kids are probably out of school, so now they're scrambling to figure out how they're gonna, either find someone to watch them, or they're probably having to work from home, and now things are going crazy, and their life's a mess, your life's a mess, everyone's life is a mess, because of this virus. And so you just kind of relate to them, but then you say, but I figured I would just reach out and bring you some good news to brighten your day. And then subconsciously, you are also now positioning yourself as the good news bringer. So in your future conversations and calls, when they pick up the phone, they hear it's you, it'll immediately bring a smile to their face.
Yeah, dude, I love that. So yeah, great. And that's what I meant to say, but I didn't say it. Build that rapport first and then transition into the good news. Okay.
Yeah.
So no, that's absolutely great. Relating to the client and what's going on right now, because as we know, there's service workers who are not working, so they are not making money, and there's school that is out, so people are home with their kids. We can't go anywhere. So, we fast forward to what's going to happen in the next few weeks. Like, we're going to be going stir crazy, possibly. So, yeah, we check in, see how they're doing, relate to them, and then saying, hey, yeah, this is really good news when we look at it. What kind of opportunities are you taking advantage of right now? Is it family? And, you ask them these questions, you engage. Is it your family that you're spending more time with them? Or is it that, you're just, you're able to actually slow down your mind? Maybe you were going too fast before that. What types of opportunities are you taking advantage of? I know for me, something that's huge. My wife, Jessica, she put together like this big homeschool program for my kids, and it's awesome because she actually has, like, it's solid. It's a solid structure. Like, they have recess. My kids were just on the slip and slide, and I was like, dude, you got a slip and slide at school? He's like, yep, homeschool we do. I was like, that's
That's
awesome.
awesome.
Yeah. What are you seeing some of the opportunities that either you're taking advantage of or some of your clients are?
Well, I think the opportunity a lot of times is the time to sit back and kind of reflect on things. Some people get so caught up. I think a lot of people in America in general just get caught up, right? You work 9 to 5, or you're working a lot, things are crazy, and then all of a sudden you find yourself with extra time that you didn't expect, right? It's almost like that. It's an example. It's like, if you get sick, right? And then you're sitting at home, you don't realize how much extra time. You're just like, what do I do? You're watching TV or doing whatever. So I think in this time of, where a lot of people are now having to maybe step back from work, or, not go out, and now they're practicing social distancing. There's a lot of us where you have extra time. Now, where you want to frame yourself is, how are they going to spend that time? And so you might offer them a couple of things to look at. Hey, you might want to get in line and look at when's the last time you looked at your mortgage, and looked at some of the rates and what you could look at for refinancing. Have you had a real chance to dive into all the emails and some of the listings I've sent you, or information I've sent to you? I think there's always opportunity that we are missing because we're busy, or just because life gets in the way. And so when you're in times like this and everyone is, more or less, trying to stay in place, shelter in, that's a great time to review, we're in the middle of tax season and everything. It's kind of reviewing your past year, or, speaking with your clients and letting them know, hey, while everyone else is staying in, this is a great time to buy, or a great time to, take advantage of a situation. And so I think it's just how you frame it. But I've had a number of clients that I called this week. I actually was able to, put them into, they were recasting their loan on their home, or maybe looking at even selling. These are past clients, and just people in my sphere. And I think that's only afforded when they're at home and they're like, well, I'm here. I've been pushing this off for 6 months. So let me take a look. Right.
Yeah, if you're in a low inventory market and you have a buyer who's been waiting for a property, but there's too many multiple offers that are going on, perfect time for them to be able to put in an offer.
Yep.
Great time for a lot of people to refinance. I know plenty of people. I know the lenders are really busy right now with
Yep.
with refis. um, and in the conversation, part of the script, we want to let people know what we're doing as a leader, and what we're doing to stay on top of the market and the trends for them. So some of those things, whether it's property management or sales, it's staying on top of days on market, being aware of the trends of what's happening in the industries. So, for example, in property management, there's a moratorium in some states on evictions for a couple of months. I know South Carolina just passed one. This is going to affect people big time. There's people that are there's tenants that can't pay the rent, and this is going to affect. We sent out a letter to our database of owners, and we basically an update of CV19 and what we're doing. And we got a response back from a number of owners who said, you know what, I want to do my part and I want to contribute to my tenant. So some people have paid 2 or 3 months rent for their tenants, which is really cool. And so there's a lot of things to be aware of. The days on market, pricing, are new listings coming on the market, or are they backing off? And just being aware of these things is what your clients need. They need you to stay on top of what is going on in the market and being able to communicate that from an objective point of view. Because the moment where you start claiming that you really know what's going to happen in the future, that's a moment of bullshit. Okay? Because nobody knows. If we knew, then okay, we'd be making a lot more money because we'd be a genie. Because
Yeah.
genies know the future, don't they?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, in my world they do, I guess.
I point that you just made, I think that was great, is that being objective with your clients and relaying information. I think more than anything, you have to be the eyes and ears of your clients right now, because a lot of them, I've had a couple clients say they want to wait, a month or two, push showings back, to May or to June, stuff like that, and you're going to get that. But what you can also say is that you can let them just know that you are still, actively looking, actively pursuing, great deals that they are looking for, in searching every day and staying up to date with everything. I feel like it's almost like, when you get into real estate, I think one of the biggest mistakes a lot of brand new realtors make is that they don't tell anybody, right? They get their license and they kind of forget to tell everyone. Like, that's your number one goal. You get into real estate, your first job, tell everybody. Tell your neighbors, tell the cashier at the grocery store, you tell everyone, all your friends, your family, everybody that you're a realtor. I think what we tend to forget is that when everyone's social distancing and we're all staying at home and sheltered, and you call your clients, some of your clients might expect that you too stopped working, right? And it's almost like one of the first things you want to do is let them know, hey,
Yeah,
I know everything's going crazy and everything, but I'm still working really hard for you. And I just want to let you know that, I'm staying up to date with what I'm staying on top of the market and what's going on. And here's
dude,
some good news.
you know what I let my clients know? I tell them, I'm like, look, this is, an opportunity for me and my business to overserve and over deliver to my clients, but not just my clients, the clients of other agents out there who may not be in the business months or a year from now, because I've lived through 2007, 8, and 9, and I saw it. 46% of real estate agents exited the business within 2 years. And that was a huge opportunity to be able to serve their clients. So I let people know that too. And, you said, they don't know if we're working. So you can mention like, hey, I just want to let you know, like, I am still working. I'm on top of this stuff. And unlike many other agents out there, there's probably a lot of agents who are scared and they don't know what to do. And I'm working with them, trying to help them understand how they can help their clients as well, because we're all in this together. And you have to make your clients feel inclusive and that we're all in this together. And then to wrap it up in the conversation, you set the expectations. Okay, so first, you communicate by building and strengthening the relationship. Number two, you're positioning yourself as the leader and as the authority. And then number three, you're setting the expectations of what's going to happen next. But here's a side note. Don't say to anyone, like, yeah, this will probably be over in a couple of weeks. Like, don't say that, because then when it's not, or maybe it is, who knows? I mean, I'm not a fortune teller, but highly likely it's not. So when it's not, then you look like a fool. So don't look like a fool. You don't have to do that. Okay. Set the expectations of what's going to happen next and say, look, this is what I'm doing for all of my clients, and I'm going to be following up with you. I want you to reach out ASAP when you have any question about what's going on, because there's going to be a lot of uncertainty. This is what I'm doing here. This is what I'm doing for you. If you have friends that you're on a virtual call with, because we know that you're not gathering in groups of 10 or more. If you're on a virtual call with them and somebody's asking about like what's going to happen with their property or something like that, let me know if you have any questions. Hit me up. That's what I'm here for. I mean, I'm on the phones right now, 12 hours a day, helping people and really just setting the tone of what's going to happen next. So this is what I'm doing for you. And I just want to let you know I really appreciate you. And people want to hear that.
100%. 100%. I think you're spot on. And I think, like you said, you got to be very conscious of your own time. And if you are not committing the hours right now, when it's down, someone else is. And that's the way I look at it. When that motivates me every day, because I'm like, I need to make sure that I am keeping myself accountable, because I know someone else out there probably is, right?
Yeah.
Another realtor, another agent. So
dude, the stock of Zoom is going up. I am on virtual calls all day long.
And you know what? You know what I love about that? The stock of Zoom is going up, and yet their CEO is giving Zoom away for free to colleges, students, and universities, stuff like that, and businesses, small businesses, which I think is awesome, because that falls right in line with what you said with some owners, property owners that are giving away, landlords that are giving away, a couple months of rent for free, stuff like that. Like, I think that just shows you more than anything that we're all in this together, like you said. And there'll be more companies that come out and announce things like that in the future.
Yeah, man, that's a really good point. So guys, first and foremost, stay safe, take care of yourself and your family, be conscious of others and see where they need help, stay informed, okay? And get on the phones, communicate with people, because they need to hear from you. And this is a huge opportunity. And you have to take opportunities when you see them in life. And sometimes they come in strange ways, like the coronavirus. But it's an opportunity for you to shine to that level of leadership that you have and that is expected of you with your clients. So strengthen those bonds. We're going to keep you updated. So check the link below and watch the other YouTube videos that are going to be coming up daily on updates on how to weather the storm of CV-19. Thanks for stopping by.